What makes Jambi different than other property management companies, I think, is the niche that we cater to. My background was previously in commercial real estate, and so I got really familiar with property management software programs and property management clientele that were using it for their multifamily properties. And what I found was that when I wanted to make the transition over into residential was that going into large multifamily properties was a whole other animal. A lot of property management companies, of course, want to approach things on economies of scale. And that wasn't so interesting to me. And I've got some reasons why. But the first one was I knew that I would thrive best in more of a niche market that was dealing with single family homeowners, condos and townhomes, and some small amount of multifamily properties. And so when I started out on this endeavor, I found that was a perfect marriage for me because of my personal background and what I have in counseling psychology. We really focus in on individual one-on-one care of each of the properties and also owner and tenant concerns and their wants. So you're not going to get lost in the numbers of a task being performed. We have it set up in our systems with the software programs that we use, with the training that's been provided to our employees to approach things efficiently and with a sense of urgency. For example, let's say a maintenance request comes in. We're acting on that right away, and we're not letting things linger around before the work order process starts for that to be taken care of. For us, it's all about people. We get to know our owners, we understand their concerns, we put a high value on what their individual customized wants and desires are. And we want them to feel like they're being heard. So that when things pop up, and they inevitably will when it comes to maintenance issues or tenant conflicts, that we're representing our clients in a way in which we are letting the tenants know the full transparency of what it is that owners are expecting and wanting. Now, there can be some times in there where, obviously, whenever the tenants on the flip side of that have their own concerns and desires and wants, and we're doing that back with the owners as well. And in the end of the day, what we're really trying to find is some common ground in which we're taking care of things in a way that everybody wins. Owners care about the bottom line, how much money they're walking away monthly. So sometimes it could be in the red, sometimes it's in the black, but generally speaking, they want to see at the end of the year that they're either up a little bit in terms of the overall income that they've received compared to their debt that they have on the property, or maybe even slightly below. The nice thing about Southern California real estate is that even if we're a little bit slightly below, over a period of time, the appreciation values are dramatically going up compared to what you find nationwide. And so it's always a smart investment and financial play for owners to think about whenever they're turning it over into a rental property. Because even if, let's say, 1 year has a little bit more higher expenses in maintenance or capital expenditure costs, generally speaking, over time, they're going to be in the green. We're not trying to be everything to everyone. And the reason why is we have found that we've got a specific clientele that really works best with us. Most of those clienteles tend to be owners who are willing to have an open and communicative conversation about what is it they're trying to accomplish. Our clients trust us because we care. And we care about them because we have a system in place that takes care of all of their needs and does so in a way that is allowing them to rest their head easy at night. Why that's important to us is, in a way, we're sort of in the caretaking business. And it's kind of an interesting sort of dynamic because we're in the caretaking business, but we're also dealing with some very strict regiments of how it is that we go about taking care of the property. So the backbone of our structure comes primarily from our software program, which is run through AppFolio. AppFolio is sort of like considered to be the gold standard of software programs for property management businesses. The AppFolio software program allows us to be able to provide structure to what it is that we do. It runs our accounting, it processes our work orders, It helps us with our marketing and leasing and screening of the property. So when we are utilizing that, it really allows our team to streamline all of these different processes that we do in a way that is efficient.